you wanna do is do it. Babe, hey, woman. So fine, those ladies doing moves that drive the fellas crazy. When the music's quite together, and you know that it's none better. To even get a seat, you got to be here early. Come on.
Hi,
Yay! We're on. We're on. It's amazing.
it's
How
time.
are you, Ashley?
I'm doing pretty good, Christy. How are you this morning? What day is
Well,
it?
this
Oh my
morning,
God.
this morning I was good. I took a walk. It's a little smoky, but then, how are you this morning and tonight now?
I'm doing pretty good. It feels like many days in one day.
It does. Right. I don't even know how that happens. Oh my
I
gosh.
don't either. There should be a
Well,
name for that. When you
what
feel as though you've experienced more days in one day, that should have a name. I don't know what it is. If you know what the name of that is, please
is
let
it
me
called?
know.
Is it called the butterfly effect? Yeah, no, I want to know. Yeah, put it in the thing, in the chat box, because we want to know because what happened to us today. And if it happened to you today, we want to know because it's really kind of mean. Like you get nothing done.
Yeah.
And then, but it's like coming at you. It stinks. I don't
It
know.
throws you off. You start a live show and say good morning to people at 6 o'clock at night. So that's what happens when you feel like you've lived multiple days in one.
It's true. I even forgot we were on a show.
I know.
Ash and I are on Zoom calls so often that this is like a regular Zoom call for us. Only just we're missing a lot of our friends because you
Yeah.
can't see them, like Sarah and David and Diane and Darlene and Jennifer and all the people that make the magic happen behind. We have the most amazing Zoom calls ever. And right now it just feels like one because we've already had 14 days in one day.
It's true. It's true. It's about that time again. But we do have a really fun and exciting show planned for you tonight that isn't just our fun Zoom call. Yeah, we have a lot of things going on.
Would you like me to tell you what they are?
I would love
have a list.
that because I don't even know what time of day it is. So
Okay.
set me on schedule here.
All right. So we have a lot to talk about because we have a lot of things happening. We're going to celebrate a little early, get you ready for National Video Game Day, which is happening on Friday. We're going to have a lot of things surrounding that because we're trying to get our themes together. I mean, can you see us zipping this up as like 21st episode? We actually have themes. Then a couple weeks ago, if y'all remember, we had our vet on and the vet, like not a good connection. And so we have the vet back with us today to talk to you about your pets. Of course, our awesome chamber check-in. And then we are going to hang out with some drama folks and the partnership people that have a really cool acronym, and I can't remember their name, and they're going to tell us what it is. And if I was a good host, I would know, but I don't. And then we're going to end on a high note. And that's it for today. So I'm Christy Slotemaker coming to you live from my house and the gum wall. And you are?
I am Ashley Dobson, and I am here at the chamber, but I'm just Ashley right now.
You're not
just Ash.
Entertainment director until
much later in the episode. Yeah, after a costume change. So.
Okay, perfect. Well, you had some fun this week. You went down to visit some friends downtown. Tell us about your visit.
So I actually went and visited the team at D-Pad Gaming, Retro Gaming and Collectibles, and their team is so wonderful. They let me hang out and totally eat up their time and videotape around the store and talk to me about all things game and gaming and like their experiences, their different stories, what the shop's been up to. They've been continuing to engage with the community while we've all been dealing with COVID. So We actually we got to, like I said, I got to take some clips of Chanel and the team there, so I think we'll get to see that now.
Okay, let's roll footage. Ooh.
Hi Ashley, hi Renton. Welcome to D-Pad Games. My name is Chanel and I'd love to show you around. I'm from the community for the past 4 years. This is a family-run store that was started by, 2 brothers, and they've been in the area for about 4 years. We've been part of the Renton community and part of their culture during that time, and we've seen it go from just a couple video games and comic book shops to grow into Renton City Comic-Con, to Renton City, comic convention, and we hope to continue giving back to the community that has given us so much. So I can show you around. As a lot of people know, NES games, this was what a lot of people started on in the 80s. Everything from just like Mario to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a lot of old classics. Eventually Nintendo went to Super Nintendo, and from the Super Nintendo, that's where you got a lot more of I feel like that's what today's generation played the most of. And then from there it went to N64, which, people love Zelda, they love Mario, a lot of racing games. And we buy a lot of, we buy all the consoles, we buy all the video game systems and cartridges and discs. We also buy and collect action figures. And so we have everything from Funkos to G.I. Joes to Transformers to Star Wars characters. And business is booming during the pandemic. It started off where everybody was trying to buy up the essentials, whether it was hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and then eventually people realizing, hey, we're at home, we have nothing to do. It started boosting the entertainment market, and so video games have been really booming during this time. And a lot of people have been finding ways to connect online. Online gaming has since evolved from cartridges where you sit on your couch to now you can interact with anybody in the world just online. Personally, I feel that as physical game cartridges and discs become more obsolete, and as the gaming industry starts moving to digital, that these things are going to become harder and more antiquated. So yeah, I think a lot of people are just starting to realize that because of that move, eventually, physical discs won't exist after a while.
So even though you think that they won't exist, are there some that you'll always go back to and continue to play?
Absolutely. It's something people don't realize, but nostalgia is such a strong driving force, and it's something that, still can happen, 20, 30 years after you enjoyed something. Just getting to relive that excitement and that experience is something that I feel is so human and so important. So it's, I started off, one of my first systems was the N64, and I heard music from Mario 64, and it just ignites something primal in me, just something, that's a lot harder to grasp as you get older. So, as people start having children or they start having more free times, they want to come back and revisit these old characters that shaped and defined them. Your shopping experience is a happy and healthy one. Not only are we enforcing the 6-foot rule apart, we also provide masks and hand sanitizer to make sure that you're safe while shopping. we've started streaming here at the shop, and that's every Saturday around 6 or 7. We'll either be playing board games and, you know, showing off how it plays and our thoughts on it, or we'll be bringing out action figures that are from, like, you know, everything from like Star Wars to G.I. Joe to, you know, little Transformers and Gundams, or we'll be just picking a video game and playing through it and doing like a mystery science theater, or just seeing, you know, what's all the buzz on this game. We've also started streaming for our local shop outside of the Saturday, and what we're doing is we're playing through games and showing gameplay of our favorite stuff, everything from Final Fantasy to Kingdom Hearts. We've been trying to find new ways to engage with our fan base and our community since the whole COVID thing, and we found that by doing it online, we're able to interact with more people in a broader fan base than we were just by, you know, saying hello in store and meeting our customers. I found that just this whole do-it-yourself movement has become very punk rock. Like in the 70s and 80s, you know, kids were into G.I. Joe, Star Wars. They were into doing things that were like underground, whether it's recording their own music, making their own t-shirts, you know, trying to find a way to build community. And once we hit like the 2000s to now, we see that with people when it comes to video games, animation, comic books, where you know, it's everything from like people setting up their own streams, they're editing their own videos, they're creating their own content. You know, back when we were still doing conventions before the whole COVID thing, people were writing their own comics, doing their own art, their own costumes to commemorate things they're fans of. And it's amazing that the creativity that comes in when there isn't a market, it isn't something you can just go out and buy. People will find ways to create and interact, and I feel like that whole grassroots movement, do it yourself, is just very punk rock.
If there's people out there who are able to watch your stream and join you guys for your stream, we'll be sure to link that where they can head to. But if they want to come in and shop with you still, and have that in-person interaction, when can they come in and shop?
So we're open every day except Monday, and we're open from 11 to 5 weekdays, and then on Sunday we're open till 6, sorry. We're open from 11 until 6 on weekdays and Saturday, and then on Sunday we're open from 11 until 4.
Perfect. And thank you so much for joining me and you know, letting us hang out with you in the shop today, and for sharing a little bit about yourself and gaming and celebrating National Video Game Day with us.
Oh, thank you, and then have a happy Friday and happy Video Game Day.
What will you be doing to celebrate? Anything different?
Probably go back and revisit a game, or, you know, we'll be talking online on Saturday about how amazing Video Game Day was on Friday, so.
What game do you think you'll play Friday then?
Let's see.
Putting you on the spot.
I got Resident Evil 4 for the PlayStation 4, and I haven't cracked that open. I haven't played it since it was on the PlayStation 2, so I think I'll revisit that and experience some great nostalgia.
Oh, how fun. Oh my gosh. Well, have a great day on Friday, and
Was so cool. You took like a time warp back in time to see all that cool stuff. Did you find things that were interesting to you, that you like reminiscent and learn new things?
Well, I learned that Funko Pop, all of those adorable little characters,
Yeah, I love them.
right? I don't collect them or anything, but they're adorable. Like, they're so cute.
Super cute.
Those are actually made in Everett. So our neighbors actually make those, which I had no idea. If you knew this, that's really cool on you, but I didn't.
Wow, I didn't know that. I just saw
yeah.
them in Bartell's and I didn't know what they were, and they're just cute.
Yeah. No, I just same thing. I just see them around. They're adorable, but they have them there. They have a ton of action figures and collectibles. I was unaware of the amount that they had. And then any era of game you can think of, they have it there. And everyone that I have encountered that works there is super knowledgeable. They all take such pride in their job and care when they're talking to you, and I don't know, it's just a cool vibe. It's another place, like, even if you're not looking for something, or even if it's not something that you're necessarily into,
Mhm.
stop by and say hello, just because they're really cool community members. So
Aw, that's so cool. Yeah, we had a flash from the past. We saw the She-Ra doll. That was amazing. And then, okay, ladies on this, you'll understand what I'm gonna say. Ashley and I just about flipped our lids when we saw her dress because it reminded us of that iconic dress that Julia Roberts wore in Pretty Woman during what was that? They were playing cricket or the horse thing. What's that horse thing? Is it cricket?
lacrosse, is
No,
that
not
what
lacrosse.
the
With the horses.
polo?
Polo. Yeah.
Yep.
That Stephen Richard Gere, and then like they fall in love, and then all like it's just the beginning, and that dress is iconic, and we all want that dress, and that dress looks so cute on her. So
Yeah.
I
No,
had to call that out because while it had nothing to do with gaming, it was a flash from the past.
because
So
when someone looks good, you gotta appreciate it.
yeah,
Just saying.
especially in that dress that we all wanted to have
Yes.
in 1987.
Yeah.
So okay. Well, cool beans. That was, I thanks for stopping by there. It gave me a lot to look forward to because I just pretty much left the era of video games when it was Centipede and Pac-Man.
You're missing out.
Dated myself. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move along because that was cool. I'm super
Yeah.
grateful. We
No, it
now
was a
are
good time.
you're gonna introduce Dr. Rudolph, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna come back and see you guys in a little bit.
Cool. We'll see you in a minute.
All right,
Yeah,
bye.
no, really excited to have Dr. Rudolph and her staff joining us tonight. If you were here at all a couple weeks ago, we celebrated National Dog Day, and Dr. Rudolph tried to join us a couple times. And if you guys are living the world that we are experiencing Zoom, there sometimes can be technical difficulties. So we were able to coordinate again with Dr. Rudolph and her staff, the Pacific Heights veterinary team, and get them on for tonight. Hi, Dr. Rudolph.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you. So thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's always nice to kind of talk about things that are very interesting to me. So
Yeah, no, we're so grateful for you to be joining us again and taking the time out of your schedule to teach us a little something. And we're just happy that you're able to join us again. Like, a lot of our viewership and a lot of our team were really interested in what you were saying, and the little snippets that we did hear were super important nuggets of information. So we're glad to have you back.
hopefully I have things a little better organized. I'm not super tech savvy all the time, so so hopefully this will go well.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you for all the patient people. We are definitely have been very, very busy in the past few months. People are having a hard time just in general getting into veterinarians. I think people have a lot more puppies and kittens, which I very much appreciate seeing. But they also for urgent care and things like that too, sometimes it is more difficult. So I just appreciate everyone's patience for that. So, but I think one thing I did want to talk about, which you can maybe all relate a little bit, is a little bit of dentistry and pets and the importance of it. And so I don't know if you have any questions or anything for me to start, or if I should just kind of have a little bit of a discussion and then you can join in if you'd like.
Yeah, so I think I know Christy will be joining us again, and she might have a few questions when she pops back on, but we'd love to hear like a general overview of what different things that you think we might be needing to do or take care of, whatever you guys think is important. You say a lot of people have puppies and kittens, and quarantine has given us a lot of time on our hands to adopt new hobbies, literally. So no, I think any information that you're willing to share with us. And Christy has actually has joined us again, but has taken new form.
Okay.
Yes, Ray, I need a scurvy snack.
Oh, nice. Got the Shiba Inu going there.
Oh, you know it's her breeds. Thanks,
Yeah.
Dr. Rudolph.
So I think what I first wanted to talk about is why is dentistry important in pets? And the first thing is that they do experience pain. They have a very similar, if not the same, nervous system as we do. And so when we have a toothache or a dental type of issue, it is definitely something that we want taken care of right away. Pets may seem that they are not painful. They have an increased seeming tolerance, but a fractured tooth or things of that sort definitely hurt them quite a bit. Also, when you see dogs with a lot of tartar and a lot of issues that may cause periodontal disease or gingivitis, that bacteria can get into the bloodstream and can affect the kidneys, liver, and the heart, just as it can with people. And so we just want to make sure that we have really good oral health for our pets as well. So typically we do recommend first puppy exam. We always have a look at the teeth, make sure everything is okay. Cats and dogs can sometimes have extra baby teeth that won't come out when they're supposed to. And if they're not taken out, usually at the time of spay or neuter, or maybe a little bit later, they can gather quite a bit of tartar and cause problems around their huge canine teeth and things like that. And sometimes those need to come out, which we definitely don't want. So the American College of Veterinary Dentistry, which there is one that specializes in veterinary dentistry, so pet teeth. And they usually recommend at about 2 years of age to have a really thorough oral x-rays and things of that sort, so examination, a complete oral health examination. Things also to look for if there's visible red gums or if there's tartar. Sometimes there's very minimal tartar and a lot of redness, and that can definitely be an issue. And sometimes there's a lot of tartar and very little redness. Tartar tends to be more of a cosmetic type of thing where we definitely can have bacteria under there, but the tartar itself is not the problem. It's the bacteria that get underneath the gum line. And so the cleaning and things of that sort will help to heal the periodontal disease, and so that hopefully the teeth will be healthier afterwards. Other things to watch for are bad breath. There's kind of a little bit of normal breath just for dogs and cats. Puppies sometimes, if they're teething, can have a little bit of worse breath just because of the blood and all this stuff just from their teething. So, but definitely if it's a concern, to have a veterinarian have a look at it. Not eating, typically that's not one of the first signs of dental disease. Dogs and cats will eat through the pain. They'll sometimes drop food, or they'll drool, or they'll kind of chew with their head tilted a little bit, and that can definitely show that they're painful. Also, some animals are just generally grouchy if they have dental disease, and as we are too, and I know from personal experiences, if your tooth hurts, definitely it's one of those things where the rest of your day isn't going to go well. And so things that can cause these types of pain responses are broken teeth, of course, periodontal disease, abscess teeth. So sometimes we will see that there is the tooth itself might look okay, but when we take an x-ray and look underneath there, sometimes we can see a big abscess, in which case usually the tooth will have to be taken out. Facial swelling sometimes will happen too if there's a big abscess. And sometimes people think it's a bug bite or a sting, but if it's right underneath the eye, it can sometimes be a dental disease or a tooth root abscess. Cysts, so sometimes the baby teeth do not form properly, and they can have large cysts in their jaws, and that can cause a future of significant dental disease. And then also teeth malalignment. So if the bottom two lower canines hit directly on the roof of the mouth, that can sometimes cause lifelong problems as well. And there's little things, usually that's a specialty type of thing where they'll just put in inclined planes and kind of push them off to the side. Not quite braces like they do in people, but pretty similar. And so one thing is I think people are very afraid of when they are concerned about having their pet evaluated for dentistry is the anesthetic portion of it. All pets do need to go under anesthesia for having the complete evaluation. There are non-anesthetic dental cleanings, but they really just help with the tartar. They do not evaluate underneath the gum lines. And so they really do need to be asleep. These x-rays are a great example where we really do need to have full mouth x-rays every time, both before and after we extract teeth. But just to make sure that that we find those tooth root abscesses or those teeth that are fractured below the gum lines that we can't see on the top. And so 40% of that dental pathology is not visible on the external surface. And so these x-rays are an excellent, excellent tool that we did not have 15 years ago. And especially now that they're digital, it's great. So, I mean, I really see a lot of things that we can help and can help to improve the pain of our friends. And so when we have them under anesthetic, we also do a full oral exam. We check pockets just like we do at the human dentist. And also check for any masses or swellings, anything that might cause discomfort or other reasons for bad breath. Like you can have tumors and things that kind of happen in the back of the throat that you can't see just by opening the mouth, just because there's a lot of extensive tissue in the back. What we do when we do the dental cleanings is that there's ultrasonic scaler that we polish and clean. We go a little bit below the gum lines as well. And then after we do the scaling, we do polish with a dental prophy paste. And then after that, everyone's really good to go. The teeth, when they are extracted, if they do need to be, gum lines are sutured closed. And so it's not just, it's actually a very delicate procedure. It's not as we picture sort of the eyelid tooth extraction things. It's slow and it's gentle, and it's definitely something that is beneficial for them. We never take teeth out that don't need to be taken out. If there is a question, like if a root canal may help, we would refer over to a board certified dentist to do the root canal. That's same thing as in people. It's the tooth, they have to clean it out and fill it just like they do with people as well. Dogs and cats don't get quite as many cavities as people do. Cats get a particular type of cavity that starts from the inside of the tooth out. And so there really isn't treatment other than extraction for those guys. And then dogs they sometimes will get enamel defects, but they tend not to get cavities. I'm not sure if they don't have as much sugar as kids or what the reason is, but they really don't get too many. One thing after the dental care, or even just in general, when you first get your puppy or kitten, brushing the teeth, or even teaching the pet that they enjoy teeth brushing. So chewing on a toothbrush with some pet dental toothpaste can really have a lifelong of making these teeth healthy and stay in their mouth. Usually it kind of happens that very small dogs like Yorkies, Maltese, Shih Tzus, those guys tend to have a lot more dental disease than older dogs do, or I'm sorry, than bigger dogs. And as they get older, they tend to lose more teeth, and good hygiene as when they're younger can help. It doesn't always prevent it because there is a really large genetic component to those small breeds of having dental disease. But, and then the other thing that we do every once in a while on request is rabbit and guinea pig and other rodent dentistry too. Because of how some pets are bred, their face is a little bit more smooshed and together, and this affects the teeth. And so particularly in some breeds of bunnies, the teeth do tend to curl in and to have points. And so then they can't chew their hay anymore. And so then we're there to help them take care of that as well.
Oh my goodness. That is so interesting. And it's good to know the different types of animals that you guys help there at Pacific Heights. So if I'm I have a dog. You see my dog actually, which
Yes, I do.
I can vouch. Dr. Rudolph and her staff are amazing.
Thank you.
I have a dog who does not like the vet one bit. And you guys are always incredibly patient. And actually at her last visit, she had some dental x-rays done. So it was something I was a little bit nervous about because anytime your pet, your little baby goes under anesthesia, it's a little nerve-wracking, but you guys were very supportive and sweet to me during the process. So it made it a lot easier for me. And I'm sure a lot easier for her because I was a lot calmer then too. But what are some things that I can be doing at home to make sure that my cats and dogs, like, should they brush their teeth every single day like people do? Like, what are some things that I can do at home to make sure that I'm helping with the preventative aspect?
So a couple things. So ideally, brushing every day would be a good idea. The best thing would be to use a pet dental toothpaste, and so it's usually chicken or beef flavored, so it's not anything that that we would enjoy. But it has a little bit of enzymes in it too, and so cats and dogs tend to get tartar on the outside of their teeth, while people tend to get tartar on the inside of their teeth. And so really just brushing the outside can make a really large difference. And the one other thing of doing that on a daily basis is you get to know your pet's mouth and you get to see if they're having any issues. And so even if there's something going underneath the gum line, you'll probably know it if you're doing daily brushing. And so that's the main thing. Some people do floss their dog's teeth.
Oh, wow.
And that's a really great idea too, but they can get excessive. So we don't want to, floss too much. And I've seen like recession where the gum line goes back because of excessive flossing. And so, but brushing is definitely a good idea. And if you miss a day, that's fine. But it also helps to have the pet trained to allow you to have a look in its mouth. And so and it's not just teeth, there's oral tumors and things like that too, that if the pet allows you to look in its mouth, you can have a look at that and see if that's an issue too. So.
Well, and I'm sure just having, there's always a difference when like the owner is handling versus the vet, but I'm sure if you're having these interactions, like digging around in your pet's mouth at home, it's going to be a lot easier for them once they get to the vet and have any sort of procedures like that happen. It's going to take that initial stress away because they're already used to, the cheeks being stretched out. And
I think one thing too is I give pretty much a lot of credit to owners. They know their pets the best. And so even though we have the medicine behind us and we understand kind of the process, you guys are the ones that really see your pets every day. And if you guys say something is wrong, I believe you, even if it's not something that's obvious to me. And so then we go on a hunt for it. And you guys are almost always right. So.
No, I again, from experience, something was wrong and we figured it out. So I just thank you so much as a pet owner who is one of your clients. I'm super appreciative of you. But so what, I guess last thing, how long does like a dental cleaning last? Like what does that look like? For how long does that last? Do you hang out at the vet while your dog's getting their teeth cleaned? What does that look like?
No, it's usually a day procedure. So the actual procedure itself, so first we need to prepare them for anesthetic. And so we really do use cardiac safe anesthesia. And we have a lot of research behind the anesthetic that we use. And we tailor it to each pet. We don't just use one for everybody. Every animal is different and every animal responds differently to anesthetic. So we really make sure that we use the correct one for that animal. And so we do need to have time in the morning to prepare the pet for the procedure. And so usually just a drop off in the morning. And then we give them pre-medication. Then we'll give them the induction agent, intubate them every time and do the dental procedure. For just a cleaning on a small mouth, the x-rays probably take about as long as the cleaning. So I'd probably say about 45 minutes for total of them being under anesthetic. There are some times where it's been 4 hours if there's severe dental disease, where, like I said, we take our time taking those teeth out. We want to get the roots and we want to suture everything really nicely. And you can see sometimes some of these pictures, the there's lots of jaw. And so we need to be very cautious, but we are. And so then we do the procedure, and then someone is there with them when they wake up. We do have, like you can see in the picture right now, we have a heating blanket, and we have really up-to-date, we always have on IV fluids and intravenous fluids, and monitoring equipment. We have a licensed veterinary technician who is both the teeth cleaning. She's extremely interested in the anesthetic. And if there's an issue, we turn them off. So, I mean, we don't push through anything. We make sure that they're safe. That's our primary concern. So getting rid of pain is important, but we want to make sure that they're safe as well. And so then we have someone who hangs out with them when they wake up. And it is really surprising how well they do afterwards, and how you would think they would be very painful. But we use really good pain medication after the anesthetic, as well as before and during if needed. And so we're very observant the whole time, and we watch the entire time.
Well, thank you so much for walking us through that, for giving us a real detailed look, and just letting us all know the importance of dental health in our pets. Just as important as it is for us, so, but often overlooked. So thank you so much for your time today, Dr.
Thank you very much
Rudolph.
for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. And
Thank you, Dr.
again,
Rudolph.
Thank you.
Now I know what to do with the stinky cat's breath. I'm just
Yep.
gonna tell on that cat.
Yep. Well, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon.
all right. Bye, Dr.
Bye.
Well, Ashley, that was very informative. I am super appreciative of learning all those things that could go wrong in my mouth and wrong, and that we can prevent it, which is good.
I hope you start brushing your teeth every day now.
Well, if it's liver flavored, for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, now is it time for the chamber check-in? And I get to host on my own?
I think so. I'll be joining you again shortly.
Okay. Well, you guys, since it is hot out and we're coming up on a heat wave, I just want to make sure everybody knows to not leave me in the car or your friends in the car, and that we can all have lots of fun outside. It is a great thing to be outside and be a dog, and I don't know what to say as a dog. I'm running out of material, which is weird because you would think I would have lots of material. And then we have the chamber chicken.
Yeah, it's like a whole new spot, right? It's a whole new place.
A whole new.
So obviously we've been celebrating National Dog Day a couple weeks ago. We carried that celebration over to today, and we got to talk with Dr. Rudolph. We also got to talk with the team members at DPAD and hear about how they'll be celebrating National Video Game Day this Friday. So we have a little clip just for fun. If you guys can guess this video game, the main character's name or the video game itself, you will get a spin on the wheel of prizes. So we'll roll that clip.
All right, we're here, just sitting in the car. I want you to show me if you can get far. Take a step left, step on the gas, now turn to the left. Step on the gas, now turn to the left. Step on the brakes, step on the brake. Do you know why we stopped the car again? Do I know why we stopped the car again? That's because you just got your license. Woo-hoo! Yes!
All right, so the first person to name that video game will get a spin on the wheel of prizes. Until then, yes, and someone commented, someone please beat Chris. This is true. Chris is a loyal fan and active participant in our trivia time. So let's beat Chris. We have a bunch of other really cool things happening at the chamber right now. I'm going to put on my events and relations hat now. So upcoming on September 17th, we have a workshop with Kiana Davis and Unyielding Roots. That's going to be happening from 11 a.m. to 12. And you guys can register for that. There will be some guided writing participation that you will need to partake in. Participation means participate. So you're going to have to participate. It's going to be really fun though. Lots of connecting. We'll get to hear each other's stories. It's going to be beautiful. And Isaiah Rashad 1 has guessed correctly. That was Parappa the Rapper. So just in case you guys didn't know, Parappa the Rapper is actually a game that came out in 1996 and worldwide in 97. It's like the original rhythm game, super fun and just a good time. So kind of silly. Anyway, Isaiah, this is for you. Let's see what you got.
Did Isaiah guess?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Ooh, and he got a gift card to Sparkle Gifts and Whatnots.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I got this mask. And now
Yay,
so I am like
awesome.
so loving masks as my new accessory. First of all, ladies, you don't need to wear makeup on the lower half of your face anymore. And then it makes your eyes just pop. Like anybody with lashes, it's magic.
It is.
There's
It's
just so many
magical.
other things at Sparkle other than masks, but just a little plug right here.
No, it's true. So you can buy a mask at Sparkle. It says it's Sparkle in the title, but they don't just have sparkly masks. Like the one Christy has on, they have super cute bandana style. I like anything you could think of. I've seen them with coffee cups, footballs, everything. It's great. So Isaiah, if you want to email me info@gorenton.com, I will connect with you on how you can get your gift card. But I do have a couple other things that I want to tell you about, Christy.
Get your gift card. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Continue.
No, so we're having the golf tournament on September 21st.
That's right.
It's not too late to register as a participant or as a sponsor. We still have a couple whole sponsors up for grabs. So if you're a business out there that wants to sponsor a hole, let me know. Also, if you want to participate, make sure you register. It should be a great day spent outside, all the social distancing guidelines put in place, but a way for us to still connect and engage. And a portion of your ticket or entry fee, I guess, is going towards our chip in for small businesses, which you guys will be able to learn more about as that continues to launch. This is kind of our kickoff for it.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, it's I'm really looking forward to it. And then the last thing is something really cool. So we've had PPE distributions going on at the chamber, and a couple weeks ago, we had the Seattle Dinosaur family come out and they volunteered to help us pass out PPE to people, and they wore inflatable dinosaur costumes. So while they were in inflatable dinosaur costumes, a woman walked by, and her name, she goes by MK Buke, and she is an urban sketcher. So she sat down and sketched the scene that she watched because her theme for the week was masks. So that little sketch on the screen is from a local artist, MK Buke. She also passes out her old sketchbooks at her house and to her neighbors. Like, I found her blog that I'll post in the chat. Just really cool thing. So I thought I'd share it with you.
I love that. I loved the dinosaur family. And then just to have that inspiration for art, I love it. That's so cool.
Right? The universe just working out in our favor that day.
No kidding. No kidding. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's all I
Well,
got. But we have actually two people joining us that are wonderful amazing community members of ours.
Yes, we do. And we're going to introduce them right now, right?
That's true.
Here they come. Here they come. Oh, hey! Hi, Kara. Your hair looks amazing. Both of your hairs look, how? Okay, do we just have the best hair day ever on camera right now? Oh, I love it. Love it. Well,
Hello,
welcome.
Jasmine. Hello, Cassie. How are you guys
Hi.
doing tonight?
Going.
I am going to let you guys kind of introduce yourself because you guys have something really exciting that you're working on together. But I want to tell people what you're all about and give them a little more information on each of your organizations first. So Jasmine, do you mind telling us about the Renton Innovation Zone Partnership?
Sure. You got the acronym right. So we are the RISP, Christy, just so that way you will know the RIZP. And we support students and families at 4 elementary schools in the Renton School District. We cover Bryn Mawr, Lake Ridge, Campbell Hill, and Highlands Elementary. We work with tons of community-based organizations. So although we do not provide direct service, our community partners do. And with that, we work to provide resources for basic needs, community family engagement, and early learning resources for all those kiddos at the schools I just listed. We are located in Renton, and we also assist, like I said, Skyway and Renton and West Hill as well. We actually have something going on, which is called the Renton Innovation Fund. And that fund is how we met Cassie and Drama Kids International. The fund we have is a fund that we use to support grassroots organizations in the community to provide all kind of different learning aspects for the kiddos in Skyway and or Renton. When we saw Drama Kids International proposal come by, we were just smitten with all the different ways that the organization provides fun, dramatic things for kids. Especially during this time and age right now with Corona going on, we wanted something different for our kiddos just to have fun at home and also something to really tap into the social and emotional learning aspects of it all. So with that, we were totally excited to create a new partnership with Drama Kids International, and we cannot wait to see what they're getting ready to do with those funds as well.
Yeah, and I had actually gone to a couple of RISP meetings before and had just, tried to figure out how I could help. And then this fund came available and I thought, this is how I can do it. This will cover the expenses so I can provide it to these kids. So my belief is that every school needs Drama Kids because frankly, every kid needs Drama Kids because whether you're outspoken and wild child and just hard to tame, maybe need a little focus, or you're very quiet and shy, or maybe you're a new English learner, any of those kinds of things. We take kids wherever they are and help them along in their joy of learning, because this stuff makes learning so much fun. They don't realize that they're getting speech therapy. They don't realize that they're getting manageable challenges that help them to gain confidence when they're speaking to other people. And that's, every kid needs that.
So valuable. What an amazing program and partnership between you two.
Yeah.
For sure. We're definitely looking forward to see, I know pretty soon, I would say in December, and I think at the end of the program, Cassie, there will be 2 different presentations that the kiddos will be giving.
Yeah, actually, so just like any Drama Kids program, this is a once a week class for an hour. The kindergarten kids just get a 45 minutes because that's about all their fidget factor will handle. But everybody else has 1 hour once a week, and we work on smaller plays, skits. Improvisation is really big with us because we think that that's where kids learn to think in the moment when they're having a conversation and how to actively listen and get cues from other people about their emotions and what their words actually mean. And so anyway, so that there's a lot of social emotional stuff that goes on with Drama Kids too.
No, the other day when you, Jasmine and Cassie, I had the opportunity to kind of chat with you guys about the program, and you brought up, I talking about how you wished you had gotten into theater sooner, or like people don't realize all that. It's not just about the theater aspect. I guess there's so much more: the public speaking component, learning to read another person, understanding the range of emotions that there are that we're able to feel as human beings, and even getting some inspiration on how to handle those or how not to handle those emotions. It's a great tool that you guys are giving to these kids. So I'm excited that this partnership's happening.
We're super excited too. And some of those things can definitely play off in the household as well, and how they interact with their friends too. So we're super excited about this partnership and this program. We can't wait to see it thrive.
Well, and even the fact that it has to be online. First, I think it teaches kids, multiple ways to interact on Zoom, how to present themselves on a camera, how to use a breakout room and all that kind of stuff. And we keep it super, super safe too. We've got all the settings on so that, they're in a waiting room. And so I have to let them in, or the teacher has to let them in. We actually have a producer and a teacher in each of our online classes, so that the teacher just focuses on the kids while the producer does Farid's job and makes sure that all the music comes on right and the images come on right, and that kind of stuff. And so that way, that really is 2 jobs anytime that you're doing that. And we keep it down to 10 kids per class. So we'll, if we get overwhelming response, we're going to add more sections to it so that we can make the biggest impact possible.
Where would we find out more information about when you guys are going to collaborate, when's it starting, all the good stuff, so that we can dig in with our kids?
Well, you can go to the Drama Kids website, and I think they'll probably flash that pretty soon.
Yeah.
I just got everything submitted today, so it may take the web people a little minute to get it up, but it'll happen probably by tomorrow. So registration will be up and going probably by tomorrow, if not the next day. And then these particular classes are going to start in October. We're going to give kids some time to have their school, buttoned down.
Right.
And then, but our regular Drama Kids classes that are happening both online, and I've got a couple actually happening at Carco Theater. Those are all starting next week.
Is there still room to register for kids?
There is. Yeah.
Okay.
There's room in every class. So.
Okay.
I was going to say, for the risky side of things for marketing, we have several different events. So we have a Skyway Resource Center pop-up that has been taking place every 2 weeks. The next one is Friday, September 18th. It's basically like a free multi-service center where there's all kind of different pop-up things for families to get for free. And there's a flyer right there. At that event, I'll make sure we'll have some flyers as well for this awesome opportunity for the kiddos. And we also have our free fresh food orders, which is like a fresh food pantry. There's a flyer as well on Tuesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Green Tree Apartments leasing office. And I'll make sure to have some flyers there as well for families that are stopping in. And also I'll make sure to have it on our website as well as our social media channels. And I know that the gals have that information as well.
Yes.
Wow.
Aren't
You guys are like
amazing?
going like full force. Like we're not messing around. You are taking care of the kids in a whole
In the house.
We have to. We really have to. I'm a mom. I have a middle schooler. And so a lot of the kids are really feeling that sense of not really being involved right now and not really having something to do. And this is a little bit of hope that we have. I know I do as a parent myself, to get these kids up and running and to get these kids doing something in an innovative way as well. So we're
Absolutely.
for sure.
And I'm connected, y'all. I mean, this is amazing. And I love I never thought about the emotion work that you could do, because most of us as humans, we only know 3 emotions. But when you get into the room with your drama folks, right?
Yeah.
You learn about the range. And I love that. That is amazing.
And it's amazing. Some of these kids really have deep emotions, you know, and they're like lost in the woods as far as how to express it so that anybody can understand and don't get put off by it, or, you know, that kind of thing. So this is, and they're up and they're moving and they're interacting, and, you know, so it's not just like,
That's not so bad either. That's a good, it's a good look. It was good. It was good.
Oh, thanks.
I just love it. And you guys are doing so much to bring it together in the age of COVID when everyone is disconnected. This is bringing people together in a real way. So and giving parents a little bit of a break to give them something to look forward to too. Huh?
Seriously.
Wow.
Yeah, we just got done with all of our summer camps, and those were delightful. I mean, we did a trip through time, and we did a Harry Potter camp, and all kinds of stuff like that. So it was, really fun.
So I'm thinking that it's drama adults next.
Seniors, why not?
Well, I'm not quite a senior yet. I was thinking enrolling just me, but I could be a senior if you need me. So I'm good. Senior, like, drama adult.
There really aren't very many adult acting classes in town or anything, are there?
Well, okay, Cassie, let's get on it then. I don't know what you're sitting around for.
All right.
I know, it's exciting. Thanks, you guys. Ash, do you have anything else?
I just want to say thank you to Cassie and Jasmine. You guys are forces in this community, bringing good and bringing the light to all of us while we're in a moment of darkness. So just thank you both so much for your time tonight, for what you're doing in the community. It's so appreciated.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. It was so nice. Congratulations on your partnership. That's amazing. Yay. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Cool. Did you do drama in school at all, Ashley?
I am also on the side of the fence that I wish I would have gotten into theater, like more into it sooner. I did a few plays when I was a kid, but no like real parts that I had to learn lines for until my junior year of high school. I got suspended from school, and as like a repercussion, I had to do the play because my family had always wanted me to do theater and I hadn't. And I had an incredible time. It was a blast. They totally knew me. It was so much fun. So I got to play in like a dancing, traveling dancer girl in MASH. It was great. It was a good time.
There's your connection. It's transformative, isn't it? It's transformative in a kid's life to be able to build that confidence in front of a group of people. And it's
and in that time when I was like, I just got suspended, it was a perfect like segue to get connected back with people. It was great for me. So if you're thinking about it out there, get involved. Don't question it. Just do it. It's so much fun. The friendships you make and everything. It's wonderful. Public speaking, it helps with all of it.
I love that.
But anyway.
What a great team. I'm so excited to see what that turns out to look like. Yeah. Okay. So now what's next? We have a film. We have we want to celebrate a little bit more for Friday, getting ahead of the things, right? We have a great video with, do you want to describe it really quick, Ash?
Well, Jordan Babineau, this weekend, so there's a lot of things happening this weekend. National Video Game Day on Friday.
Yeah.
NFL season kicks off on Saturday, I think.
Oh, no way.
The 13th. No, that's a Sunday. Yep, Sunday. That makes sense. Game day
Okay,
Sunday.
yeah.
Obviously, I watch football. But Jordan Babno was a Seahawks player, and we have a wonderful video. You guys are gonna love it. It is shot right here at our very own local 8-bit arcade. So let's take a look at that.
Cool beans. Awesome.
Gaming was so much of a fascination for me. I was coding in high school and created my own game. It was a hangman game, and I wrote it in C++. And I was so into gaming, I thought that that was my path. I was ready to negate football and say, computer science is my mission. I want to create games. And so when I was just about ready to stop playing football my senior year and do more programming and gaming, Mama persuaded me to play that senior year. It wasn't a bad choice to play that senior year, Mom, now that I'm thinking about it. When I made it to the NFL, one of the first things I wanted to do was, check out the new Madden, play with the Seahawks. So I would go in, I would put myself at all of the prime positions. If I wasn't the starter, I became the starter. If I wasn't the punt returner, I became the punt returner, right? And so I just had this different illusion of using myself on the game, and then I would go in and edit myself and then boost myself to all 99s and no one would know it, so. I grew up in Texas, and the game console, or the major game console then, was Nintendo. Mario Kart would stir up some competition. Because that's the only way you get to keep playing. Like, all the three losers have to get off the stick, right? And you can only imagine there was a huge desire to win. Because if it's you and I competing every play, or in a video game, someone has to win. I wanted to win. The other great video games we loved to play was NBA Jam. To go down and do some of those dunks, crazy. If you can get that helicopter dunk or that 360 dunk, I mean, he's heating up. Contra, that was another fun game. But you had to get the code. What was the code? Up, down, left, right, A, B starts. Mortal Kombat. I mean, what a great game, right? Finish him. I mean, and if you didn't know the right moves to finish him, it was such a deflating moment. I think in looking back at the classic games, you have an appreciation for, where the graphics were at the time. Now it's just off the chain. Like, these games almost look like you're in them. Damn, I wish I was in game. I mean, look at technology now, right? Football, path to the NFL, coding, early development, creative video games. Who knows? Who knows?
Isn't that the coolest? Gosh.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm catching the screen. That's what happens on Zoom calls, and now he is proceeding to knock everything off. Okay, well, yes, I love it, because Babs is the bomb, and that jacket he is wearing, awesome, and everything he says. Thank you.
No,
Are we
it's so
excited for
cool.
football?
Obviously, I don't even know what day Sunday is. I don't even know what time it is now, but it is pretty cool that we have a home team right here in Renton, the Seattle Seahawks. Their game on the 13th, I do know. I looked this up just for you guys at home in case you're unaware, is at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I
10
put the
o'clock
link
in the
in the
morning?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Okay.
The other thing, 8-bit is currently closed right now, but if you guys follow along on their Facebook page, they will be opening back up in phase 4, but they are keeping everyone updated as to when that will happen. So make sure you give them a follow, show them some love, and stay tuned for when they'll be back. You know what I will be doing this
Yeah.
weekend though, Christy?
What will you be doing?
I'm gonna be grubbing on some fried chicken. Have you gone to Yummy Meats and Deli yet?
I have been salivating, thinking about going. What? You went?
I did.
You went without me?
I did. I am
Oh,
blown
what'd you
away.
get? What'd you
Like,
get? What'd you get? What'd you get?
well, there's not a lot on the menu, which means that my assumption is, right, if
It's-
there's not a lot on the menu, it's going to be really, really good. And that assumption was
Perfect.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have Nashville style fried chicken, which Andy, one of the owners there, told me has to do with the marination process, that it's like a water-based marinade, and all the chicken goes through it, and then they add their own little twist of Szechuan spices, so it makes it extra
Oh,
spicy. They
those-
have the Szechuan peppercorn, so it like actually makes your
Yes.
tongue tingle. They go
Yes,
from
it
no
does. I
heat.
love that.
Yeah, it's insane. It really does too. They go from no heat to mild to medium to hot, and then their extra hot actually has the Carolina Reaper in it, so pulling out the big guns there. But
Oh my gosh.
I'm like
Show us
eating
your
this
haul.
chicken all week. Seriously. Look at this. Look at these tenders. They're like the size of my head.
They're amazing. So wait, they have 3 things on their menu, which is like the sandwich, the tenders, and the fries, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, and you can get different parts of the chicken. So you could get like a half bird. So they'll give you a wing, a thigh, a leg, and a
Oh.
breast. Or you can get chicken tenders, or are you ready for this thing? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, this sandwich. It's huge. It's crazy. It has coleslaw on it, and they have their own vinegar slaw, and they also have a sauce called the comeback sauce. Delicious on chicken, on
Wait, the
fries,
comeback
everything.
sauce, does that mean like your mouth comes back to life after being burnt off?
I think it comes back for more, but I think you're onto something there too. It's a double meaning.
Oh, I see.
No, it
Wow.
definitely brings you back to life, but you definitely want more too. So there you go.
So we can find them in front of the awesome I Love Renton mural. They have a little tent set up so
Yeah.
you can socially distance and get your chicken on. And
Yeah.
so just as a heat quotient, you went for what level of spice, Ashley?
I like spicy food. Doesn't mean I'm good at spicy food, but I like it. So I went for a medium, and I was definitely saying, "Oh wow, this is hot," while I was munching down. So if you want spicy food, go there. It's incredible. They claim to have the hottest and spiciest fried chicken in Seattle. So you have to check it out.
Downtown Renton. We are so lucky.
So lucky. Our community is amazing. I mean, look at all the guests that we had on tonight. Every week I'm just blown away by the love and the people that we get to spend our time with. We're so lucky.
We are lucky. I'm grateful. I am grateful all the time. And how much I think we're in month 6. Never expected this. And yet we are, I think, growing tighter and tighter as a community and really supporting each other more and more. And it's just an incredible thing to see.
Yeah. We don't get to just see it, we get to be a part of it. And you guys all at home get to be a part of it with us. So thank you so much for joining us on this journey.
Yeah. Well, okay, lots of things to do this weekend.
Yeah,
Have fun, y'all. I'm gonna go drive over to Ashley and get me some chicken right now.
that's right.
And next week you will see Ashley and I back. We
Yeah.
are going to do, what is it, mental health awareness or mental wellness check-in. We have Avanti Berquist coming back, and we have some other guests, but really we want to focus on what's it look like to take care of yourself
That's right.
during month of COVID.
That's
Okay.
right. Well, Christy, thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon because there's so much food here. Yummy Meats and Deli
Yeah,
really hooked
my
it
way,
up.
I'm
So
driving. I'm driving. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Stay kind. # Renton Acts of Kindness. All right. See you guys later.
bye. We'll
Bye.
see you next week.